Hey everyone, I'm Kloo. Welcome to a new survival series, taking on a little challenge I've come up with. A little while ago, I made this challenge on Bedrock and decided to port it over to Java and add a few features because I thought it was quite interesting and I had a lot of fun with it, so I just wanted to try it out some more. So what the challenge is depending on which interval you pick, so either 30 seconds, a minute, or 5 minutes, the world is going to designate either you or every mob around you the hunter, and you're going to gain all sorts of buffs. The challenge part comes from when the mobs are picked. So when the mobs become the hunters and you become the hunted, they gain things like strength, speed, resistance, and you gain weakness, making it very difficult to fight and to actually defeat anything around you. So you really have to sort of manage your time and go back and forth between the two different roles of just gathering, staying safe, to actually actively seeking out your targets. On the lesser interval, this 5-minute one, it's a definitely almost easier of a game mode maybe, because you can plan around the 5-minute mark, and you can, say, take on any bosses once you gain all the buffs. When we get to the 30-second and 1-minute one, that's when things start to get a little bit more difficult, because obviously what this means is the roles can swap at almost any point, especially in the middle of actually, setting up and fighting the Wither, farming zombies or Wither skeletons, going to the end. There's lots of scenarios where it could just really blow up in your face. So the way I'm going to approach this series is I'm going to go through all three modes, and starting off with the 5-minute mode, we're probably just going to go after the Ender Dragon. With the 1-minute mode, we'll go after the Ender Dragon and the Wither, and then the 30-second mode, which is going to be the most difficult, we'll go after everything up to the Warden. There's also this option to add a progressive difficulty, so every time you die, it's going to make things a bit harder. So I think at 2 deaths, the difficulty goes from easy to normal, 4 it goes to hard, and then after your 5th death, I've got some command blocks set up to do something a bit crazy. So if you get to 5, good luck. And then there's also this option to teleport away. So this is just going to send you somewhere random, far away, and that way you can sort of have a fresh experience each time you do play. So like I said, we're going to start off with the 5-minute one. And there should be about a 2-minute grace period before roles are selected, so you can sort of decide what you want to do. If you do start here, there's a nice crater over there for you to get all your resources, even some melon for food, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go somewhere random. All you have to do is click, and you get spread out. I accidentally clicked it twice, but it's fine. Decent enough starting, as long as we got some trees, there's some exposed stone and some coal. Food is definitely the main thing right off the get-go, because it's very hard to sort of get food while you have your debuffs. It's not impossible. There's ways around it, especially on this 5-minute version. If you get like a bucket of milk and a reliable source of cows, you can cleanse yourself and you can still go after things or put up a bit of a fight. Obviously, once you get to the more extreme modes, especially the 30-second one, that kind of becomes impossible unless you just have an inventory full of milk. I thought this would be a good thing to do in the meantime while I continue to work on my main project. If you've seen any of the map making, I'm working on an additive feature to Minecraft. I don't really know what to call it. It's similar to this, where I've just got a command block structure at spawn that's going to essentially modify the world. The one I'm working on adds a whole bunch of RPG elements to the game of Minecraft. And I really do look forward to playing that. I was not thinking and left my crafting table over there. Kind of bad, and it's almost dark. Yeah, sorry everyone. I guess I didn't reset the time after I finished working on it. So have fun with that. Nighttime's gonna be the worst. But yeah, so everything I've left to do on that map is extenuous. I have a lot of commands to essentially write out and then paste in. There's nothing I can really do progressively and sort of update as we go. Ooh, so I'm the hunter. So you can see I've got generation for 10 seconds just to top you back off. You also get speed, strength, resistance, and haste. So it's definitely the best time to go fight things and collect things, which I'm going to make full advantage of and try and get full iron before the next 5-minute mark rolls around and we have to deal with all the bad things. you can see that the zombie has a particle effect, so he's got weakness, so not really much of a threat while we're the hunter. There is some flavor text, what to say. Oh, no, I guess I got rid of it. Never mind. We definitely want the coal, and then we're probably going to go explore. 5 minutes, so the nighttime shouldn't be too big of a deal. The only other thing to watch out for is every time you're not picked as the hunter, and you become the hunted, mobs will be teleported to you. They could be, it's random, so it's any loaded entities, so it could be anything from, obviously, chickens, cows, and pigs, to a creeper, and that's going to be bad. So you do have to be somewhat alert, and it's kind of what makes the 30-second mode challenging, because you can just get bombarded over and over with different entities. The good thing well, not good thing. So I had a choice to make. Either I could make it so you're constantly given your effects and mobs around you are constantly given your effects, so every mob you run into will have buffs or debuffs. But the way I have it set up is only the loaded entities, obviously, will get their buffs. Meaning if you keep moving and get far enough away, you can, have somewhat of a normal time till the next mode switches around. So I probably do want to try and find some spiders at the very least to get our bow. Don't really have to worry too much about damage. It's also a good time to just explore since we have speed. I don't have to sprint, I don't have to waste food. Sugarcane. Don't think we'll bother going for enchants. Well, still worthwhile. But I mean, the easiest thing to do is just get full iron and then go get our blaze. I should be farming enderman if I see any, so could really make that stone sword. Were they far enough away? They were. They don't have their buffs. But yeah, we're pretty good. There's a spider for me. Oh, the sheep were loaded in. The mobs weren't. 2 hits. Doesn't matter. 1, 2. So yeah, so at 5-minute marks, you're definitely a lot better off. Skeleton can't even hurt me. It's that 30-second mode that is really worrisome. Because essentially at any point all your buffs could run away and you think you're impervious and all of a sudden you're almost being one-shotted. I did get... oh no, I'm 1 wall short. Was there another sheep there? There's some up there. Get our 3rd piece of wall. Make it daytime. Daytime's definitely a lot easier unless you go caving. As long as you keep moving and don't have a lot of entities spawn, be pretty fine. Because as you saw, all those entities out in the wild there, since they spawned at night, they didn't have any potion effects, so they weren't too bad to deal with. I never made a stone pickaxe, I just realized. I was just mining so well because of the haste. Go ahead and make some torches for you guys. We have plenty of coal. Keep things lit up. Kinda want more coal. Well, I wasn't really keeping track. That's the other thing, because these are all start out, you can't really mentally keep track, unless you set up like a timer on your computer or something, which is something I wanted, because I don't want the player to be aware of when roles are going to change. That way it creates that sense of intensity. I have more than enough coal, so I don't have to save the pick to use as fuel. Oh, we can grow some iron, that's good. I guess we're setting up in this little cave. Go to make our stone pick. Take full advantage of the haste. The only other issue mining like this is, like I said, since entities get teleported to you, all it takes is 1 creeper and you're not going to have a good day. Now we kind of need more food. I should be grabbing more stone to make furnaces. Definitely just going to look for some surface iron till we get equipment, and then we'll go underneath. Though, like I said, because we have the buffs, I should really be taking advantage of it and try to hunt enderman. Get some pearls, and... oh, so we got the hunter back-to-back. That's another good thing about the slow version. On the random version, obviously, like I was saying, it creates that sense of panic, where you get the hunter back-to-back, and you're fine, and then all it takes is 1 version for you not to become the hunter, and everything can just blow up in your face. But it is good we have this. Don't really have to worry about any of you guys. Ooh. Still just looking for either Enderman, surface caves. I should be down lower though for them. So interesting. You have it, but the three of them don't. All it takes is like a second for things to load in, I guess. That's what that's saying. There's some plains over there. Plains are definitely better. We'll need to cook our food though. We got plenty of cobble though. See any little exposed things? Spiders for me? Yeah, so since they don't have weakness, they can hurt me. Not too big a deal because they don't do too much. No village though, still no Enderman. Probably go the gold route then. I'm not gonna play this too fast. Because, to be honest, I haven't played survival in ages. Normal gameplay is sort of tedious to me. I like doing things like this where there's some add features, because you can get really burnt out with Minecraft, I feel. I mean, that's why all the sort of minigame stuff has been so successful. Because they don't really change survival too much. The only thing they really change is the extra content, which is good for people, you know, with long-term worlds. But for people who generally treat this like more of a RPG than a sandbox game, where they're attempting to restart every time, experiencing everything from the get-go without like having overpowered netherite gear or anything like that, can get a bit tedious. Here's the jungle. Maybe we didn't get too far away from spawn when we teleported. That'd be interesting. Definitely want feathers. Grab some extra wool. I didn't actually end up sleeping. This is very nice though, being able to just one-tap them with a piece of iron. We should be pretty fine for food. Nice amount of mud and everything. We really just like to find the iron before I sort of set up. Any of these lead down? No. More feathers are always good. I wonder when it's gonna roll around. Heck, even just playing with speed like this. Oh, it just makes the early game so much better. Don't even need seeds. Though, in saying that, obviously once we become the hunted, having 5 minutes of not being able to deal with any mobs is going to kind of suck. Okay, aggro the wolves. We'll still go flat. I have no idea how the new Orgen works. I understand... Heck, I saw like lapis close to the surface. Well, not close, but in like a crater. I'm definitely curious how that works now. Like, do you still want to go down to Y13-ish for diamonds? Guess we'll find out. There's a little ravine / cave there. Hopefully we can get some iron, copper. Don't know why they didn't make copper armor. I don't see why there was no point to. Bit of, well, I think it's only like a 1 boost from leather to iron. Probably explains why they didn't bother. But still, they could have gone down the lines of like gold, where it's easier to enchant. Might as well grab the leather while we're here. Pick it up. I did. Cool. Oof. Luck is on our side, apparently. I wonder if I should make a... what's the word? Contingency? Where if you get Hunter back-to-back, it has to give you the other one? Okay, I guess Well, we have Hunter, so we're going to go down there. The other section here should lead right down. Resistance. Does resistance reduce full damage? Pretty sure it does by some margin. Iron, finally. A little bit more. I gotta say, this... Oh, taking a little bit of damage. The 5 minutes is kind of good for recording. Because I can keep track of how long. So we've had 3 ticks, so it's been at least 15 minutes. Probably try and get iron, and then we'll call this for the first one. Only bats. Well, as long as I deal with you first, we should be fine. 2 hits, 1 hit. I guess sword should be 1 hit. 3. There's some more iron over here. Hopefully I've captured the feel though. So that little like initial moment where you look up and all your buffs are gone, hopefully is at least a little bit shock inducing. Make you think, oh no, what's going to happen next? So I would hate to get the negative buffs at this moment. Because right now I don't have to be too fussed about them. If it swaps, well, I'm going to be in for kind of a bad time. Need more iron. We'll go through. Yeah, this one's down here. Need more. 2 bits here. So 19. How much is a full set? I think it's like 8, 4, 5. That's 17, and then 7, so 24. Ah, we ran out of a pick. Here looks decent enough to sort of set up. So, crafting table. Make our furnace. Probably make 2, 1 for food, 1 for iron. We'll go ahead and cook everything. Anything else of interest? 3 leather, so enough to make the table, which is good enough. Probably make a bed. And we are near caves, so things are going to spawn anyway. We'll set up camp here. Now spawn. Light the area up. The 3 are done, and I can make our pick. Cool. I need this wood first. Cool. A little bit of iron. $7.24. Well, isn't that perfect?